Welcome to Policy on Demand's Week in Review. I'm Mark Prater.
What would you tell clients are your takeaways from this week?
My takeaways are several. First, the federal fiscal year ends at midnight this Saturday, September 30th. Second, at this time, no appropriations bills, which expire at the end of the fiscal year, have been enacted. The procedural and political postures on temporary funding bills, known as continuing resolutions, complicates expeditious action. These complications also affect expedient action on regular appropriations bills in each body. Third, if Congress fails to act, then many governmental activities funded by those appropriations laws will cease. We are awaiting guidance from the administration on its operations plans for federal agencies, including the Treasury Department, if the shutdown comes into effect. The appropriations committees have approved several bills, but a clear path of resolution by September 30th between the House and the Senate is not clear yet. There are differences between the bodies on funding levels and controversial riders. Fourth, important matters such as federal aviation authorization, reauthorization, and the farm program reauthorization will also expire at the same time. Fifth, the uncertainties, funding delays, and complexities that accompany a shutdown could affect the timing and likelihood of potential resolution of expired tax relief provisions, such as reversal of Section 174 amortization.
Which question related to policy did you get asked the most, and how did you respond?
The question I got the most was, if there is a government shutdown, what effect, if any, will it have on a potential year-end tax package, including time-sensitive proposals like the reversal of Section 174 amortization of research and development expenses? My answer is that the uncertainty over and delay in resolving the government funding issues does not help. The reason is, from a procedural and political context, the year-end package likely travels with an appropriations agreement. To be sure, a government shutdown doesn't necessarily mean that a year-end tax package will not happen. Congress could and hopefully will find a path to a continuing resolution to fully reopening federal operations. Congress could and hopefully would follow up the continuing resolution with full appropriations bills. If that occurs, then the possibility of a year-end tax package remains.
Where should companies focus their attention in the coming week?
Companies should focus on how the congressional leadership on both sides and both bodies manages the present impasse on government funding. The House and Senate are working on separate tracks on continuing resolutions and appropriations bills. At this time, those paths diverge. Keep your eyes on statements from the leadership and appropriators to find ways to merge those paths on a continuing resolution first, and a process to resolve the appropriation matters after the continuing resolution, if agreed to, expires later in the year. Action on a year-end tax package is likely dependent on that outcome.